Yo guys, Theo here on Common Sense. Today we're talking about why building muscle, getting jacked, losing fat, getting lean, overcoming trauma, anxiety and fear, why it has to suck. Because it definitely has to suck. I'm telling you right now, there's no version of the story where you reached your goals where you didn't also go through immense pain and suffering. And that's amazing, and you should be grateful for that. So, if you're confused right now, let me fill you in on the fact that everything in this world exists by contrast. Take a few seconds to let that sink in and think about what that means. It means that something can only exist because something else exists. So, joy, pleasure, happiness can only exist because pain, suffering, and depression can exist. Do you understand? And it has to suck. It has to suck because if it didn't suck, how could you ever enjoy it? Like, yeah, there are certain things that are easy that we enjoy in a moment, but we always need more of them. We can't just have the beer and enjoy the taste and the feeling we get, and now we're happy. Never need any more beer. But if we've been unhealthy and we get healthy, that's really all we need. If we've been depressed and we get happy, that's really all we need. We don't need to, oh, I need to get even happier. I need to get even healthier. Yeah, well, that's great, if you go on that journey. But I'm saying, with the things that you had to go through struggle, that had to suck, you can appreciate them just being fucking over. Just having this thing now. And so, all the things in life, there's this other video I have in mind, but delayed and instant gratification. The things that don't suck right now, like getting wasted, eating junk food, yum, 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 so nice in my mouth, yum, yum, all the dopamine feelings, the feels in my mouth, and jacking it to porn, all that shit feels good in the moment, and then it sucks. Then it's painful, and I'm such a fucking loser. I binged on the crap again. Here I am, hungover again, and I didn't really accomplish anything. Oh, I'm sitting here with my fucking cum in my hand after having watched strangers on the screen. You're not happy about this at all. But the things that you do that feel tough, you grind through that hard workout even when you don't want to. You finish that fast even you felt like breaking it. You stick to your diet even when there's a fucking Dorito bag right there in front of you. Yeah, that's painful. It's suffering in the moment. When you think about pain and suffering, it's not only the obvious, like getting a fucking dagger in your back, or I don't know, your significant other cheating on you. Yeah, that's pain like that. But being bored or craving something, that's also a sort of pain because it's uncomfortable, and you want to get rid of that discomfort, right? But you should be grateful for this opportunity. Every time something is uncomfortable, painful, difficult, that means that can lead to the opposite. There's always an upside to all the things like that. So let me tell you again my story about the panic attacks that I've told you so many times. But the angle here, that when it happened, of course, it felt terrible. Why did this has to happen to me? It's so fucking difficult. So fucking difficult, this. And of course, it's the price I paid for, well, the childhood trauma that wasn't really my fault, but then the way I chose to cope with life finally led me to this point. The convenient, nice feeling in the moment choices that I've made, finally, I had to pay the price for with these panic attacks. Oh, it's so difficult. Poor me. Why did this happen to me? Not everyone has to deal with this. Blah, blah, blah. But also, not everyone looks like fucking this 4 years later and have this fucking attitude. And it's just, to be frank, the blonde Giga Chad of YouTube, most people aren't like that. Because most people didn't have to face what I faced, and most people sure as hell didn't overcome it in a way I did without any medication or therapy, which isn't necessarily anything wrong with that if it's the right kind. What I'm saying is that I didn't use all these crutches to be able to just keep on living my shit lifestyle. I actually changed everything. It was immensely painful. The most difficult months of my life where every day felt dreadful. Nothing's getting better. I have to go through all this suffering. It leads me nowhere. Everything is terrible. It's because I had to feel like this and ponder taking my life. I'll probably have to take my life. My life is probably over. But then it finally changed. Do you think I'd be able to feel the gratitude and appreciation that I do for life if it wasn't preceded by this experience? No, of course not. And so you can take this is on the huge level, of course, panic attack, existential crisis, on the brink of killing yourself, and overcoming that. That's of course the huge contrast. But even these little things, you turn down the fucking cookie or whatever you were offered at your friend's place right now. If it doesn't feel good right now, it's like I see them munching on the cookies. Would feel nice. The dopamine in my mouth would be very pleasant. But then you don't. You don't really think about it more. You go home, you go to bed. Next day, when it's time to hit the gym, you're like, you know what? I'm fucking happy I didn't eat that cookie. Yeah, I look lean. I see myself in the mirror and look, of course, not for skipping the one cookie, but you get reminded, it's for skipping the cookies all the time. Mini suffering like that I look like I do. Thank you, me. Thank you for going through the struggle. But that's the thing too. If all the things you can get with a click of a button. Do you know why do you think all these millionaires basically that are depressed? It's because everything they want they can just get. They can just get it. They can buy what fucking ever. Even if it's not directly all the time. Like status and the women. You don't pay necessarily. Some people do, but for the women or the status. But having the money is just easy. A lot of people are gonna kiss your ass because they want your money, or be around you so they can enjoy the fruit of your labor, or the women too, gold digging bitches. But they can get everything too easy, so it's not worth it. And that's why you hear these stories about sometimes some celebrity or something trying to, if they meet someone, they don't want them to know who they are, because they want to see that they can get this attraction thing to happen, attract a woman or man with just who they are, not just their status thing. And it's like, what's the other examples that yeah, well, I don't know, but it's like plastic surgery or something. You could magically just look like this, but you did fucking nothing but pay money, get sedated, and someone has put all this plastic inside you. Why should you feel good for that? Of course, seeing yourself in the mirror first, you're gonna be the nice little dopamine hits, but you're just gonna know that I did fucking shit. I did not do shit to achieve this. This really says nothing about me. I look this way because of fucking plastic someone put in my body. I'm pathetic. I'm not even a real person. I have plastic in me. I'm a plastic person. You see, it has to suck. Everything exists by contrast. It's like that's why this is so fucking difficult to get across to people who are not there yet. But that's why you should be happy that it's difficult. If it was easy. My body telling me here that he's coming after work. Nice. Yeah, I always lose my train of thought when I see a message. But if it was easy, it wouldn't be special. Like, most people don't look like I do because it's difficult. It takes hard work and consistency and dedication. But you can look like this. But if it was easy, if you could just press a button or something and everyone could do it, what would be the special thing? And you wouldn't be able to enjoy it. I enjoy it now, not because I have this arrogant feeling like, I'm so much better than anyone else. But if you look at the facts, I am better at this thing. I've done this much better than most people do. It's difficult, that's why people don't do it. And that's what makes it feel so fucking great for me. Every time I see myself in the mirror, it's not like, yeah, I come off as looking good with these fake implants or this Photoshop shit I put on Instagram or whatever. It's actually like, look, bro, you look fucking amazing, and it's all thanks to you, all the work you put in, all the struggles. Thinking back, do you know how often I think back to the panic attacks, or when I just wasn't as inspired and enjoyed the process of training as much? And I'm just, thank you, little guy, for fucking doing this. It's so great job. Such a great job. Yeah. So yeah, earlier in my life I always wished it was easier. Now I'm happy and grateful for my struggles. And I say that with fear of God. Like, please God, you've been very, very nice to me lately. But that's the thing. When you see this, I want struggle. I want problems to solve, because that's what makes it all worth it. And things are going a little too well recently, and that's, I want to be very careful with my wording here, because that's when you get too cocky, like, hit me with a challenge, God. That's exactly what he's going to do. And I know this will happen already, but what I'm trying to get at is I can actually, without being too full of myself and cocky, I can be like, you know what, things are a little too easy for me, right? Like, how do I even get challenged by life? I do many challenging things. I can't even think about anything. That's the thing with God. He will always give you exactly what you need in order to get exactly what you want. It's just that it never looks like that before. And you have to be humble and trust in this. It's like with the panic attacks. It kind of looked like the opposite. Like everything was taken away from me. This is finally it. You die now. You end it like a loser. But I kept doing the right thing, even though I didn't know that it was going to work out. And then it finally did. And I got everything I had ever dreamed of and more. That's always what it is with struggle. Yeah, like even earlier this year, I have a hard time going through that long low state period, appreciating the struggle, but I still know deep down that this is exactly what I need. This is why I'm gonna feel good later. If I couldn't feel like this, I'd never feel good either. Everything exists by contrast, and just know that when God hits you hard, or God life really, you can either, if you just choose to go with it, let it be, then it was Satan who took the influence. So he tricked you, and he blackpilled you, and like, yeah, everything is shit and terrible, and you can't do anything about it. But just know that the bigger the struggle you're faced with, the bigger the win and upside to that can be, if you just do the right thing and trust. Well, in God, I want to say, but to you people who don't like the wording, just, in the truth, in doing the right thing, in love, in the higher power, in nature. If you do the right thing, it will be worth it in the end. So, okay, guys, end this video here. Please let me know what you think. Do you still think it would be nice if it was just easy? You could just get the sensation of eating ice cream and coming and get ripped in the process? Or do you, like me, realize that it's not possible? It's because it's a struggle that the upside from the struggle is even possible. And please, please like. All comments and likes help support the channel, so it's very much appreciated. Please subscribe for more content about fitness, fasting, losing weight, building muscle, self-improvement, mental health, stoicism, philosophy, uncommon sense takes on life. Okay, guys, I will see you later. Peace.